I bought 10 Game Boy Advances. Yay! They're all listed as broken. So we're gonna see how many of them at least power on and see if I've made good life decisions or not. These Game Boys cost me right around $40 each, all said and done. So yes, I just spent $400+ on broken Game Boys. Mind your own business. This one is the first one. There's something wrong with this one. First of all, these are all battery packs they used to have for the Game Boy. I'm sure this doesn't work anymore, but there's something off with this. It doesn't even have a battery contact. You know, this is a bad one to start with. We're going to start with a different one and see how many of these power on. That's a bad sign. I don't know why I'm putting batteries in this. There's nothing left of this battery contact either. And yeah, face down. Face down in the dirt. Dead. Next one. This is starting great. Face down again. Dead. Next one. Hey, we got a winner. All right, face up for you. Let's see. Oh, that's 2. Now, powering on doesn't mean it'll fully work, but half the battle is done if it powers on. Unlike this one. Looks like water damage in there. That's nice. Well, face down. Next. Well, can I get like half of these working maybe would be nice. I might be able to fix some of them that don't power on. It just usually means more trouble. What? That. Come on. Come on. Get. Okay, you know, I'm going to call that alive enough. We'll figure out what's wrong with it later, but it powers on technically. Yeah, that's all battery acid. That ain't coming on. Let's see about this one. Can I at least get 4? All right, 4 out of 10. This speaker doesn't work. Okay, 4 out of 10 power on. So let's take the guys that power on and set them aside. Those should be easy fixes for anything wrong. Now these 5 or 6, I can count. Let's take a look. First, I want to start with that suspicious one. One of these was looking rather interesting to me on the surface. Let's see. This is the one that came with a little battery pack and you know, I like to think I'm good at this, but I don't think I could repair something without a motherboard. Now, here's another one that I opened up, and yeah, all of the gold is gone, the little gold contacts, so I don't have anything to repair that with. I'm going to steal the battery contacts from this, though, and put it into one of the ones with the rusted out battery contact, which is this one right here. Now, I did end up contacting the seller about the empty Game Boy, because these are supposed to be broken, not non-existent. This rust out of here. Anyway, they gave me a refund on one of the Game Boys, so now we're at 9 Game Boy Advances, since technically one of them was just a shell and a screen. This is so rusted, this old contact, that, yeah, pliers. Just to open the shell. There we go. Oh, baby, look at that. So we're going to replace these battery contacts because the rest of this board actually looks really clean. So I think if we just replace this battery contact that I don't know what explosion happened, that this should work. Let's get rid of this old contact, and we're going to use the battery contact from the one with the destroyed gold on the motherboard. I'm sure there's a way to repair those little gold contacts on a motherboard. I just don't know what it is. Unless you need to just buy like gold or something. Because the one that I'm going to take these battery terminals from, none of the buttons are going to work without that gold on the motherboard. Does anybody in the comments know? How do I fix that? I'll probably look it up at some point. But for now, I'm just stealing parts from it because I have no idea. For this one. Give new life to dead Game Boys. Yay, that's what we do around here, I guess. Okay, so now let's just get this all nice and clean, ready for some new terminals. This speaker has so much dust on it, and I like to get that dirt and gunk off the speaker. Otherwise, you just get this weird vibraty sound, and it's awful. So now it's time to remove the contacts from the one with all of the gold gone off of the buttons and stuff. This one wasn't even powering on in the first place, so I don't know what all's wrong with it. Try to get this onto this old motherboard. Get in there. Yeah, don't force it, says the people who are good at this. Meanwhile, I'll force whatever I want to force. It probably won't break it or something. I'm sure, maybe. Don't ask questions. All right, let's put this back in here and see if it powers on now, because this was one of mine that did not power on at all, one of the 6. And I am the smartest man alive. I guess I'll test some Tetris. It's not official until Tetris. Yep. Looking good. The shoulder buttons work. We're good. It's fine. All right, that shell is gross. So I'm doing a new shell and a backlight. This is actually a custom request. Someone asked me for a purple and green. Oh, yeah. Someone asked me for a purple and green Game Boy Advance, kind of, Joker or Riddler inspired or something, or I don't know. It was a cool color scheme request, and so that's what we're making since we have a working motherboard now. I can understand why they requested this now, because this is a great looking color combination. You could request me make you stuff like this if you're gonna pay. That sounded way more threatening than it needed to be, but don't you worry about it. Anyway, these are the easiest mod kits for Game Boy Advances. They don't require any wiring, but I only use them if the shell that the motherboard came from isn't usable. Otherwise, I'll try to repurpose the original shells, in which case I need a different screen mod. This one needs a pre-cut case to be used. Look how nice that looks. Look how great of a job we did. Give me the attention I crave. Tell me I did a good job. Look at that. We even have a touch sensor for the brightness. Oh, it's so nice. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not just using a Game Boy SP, it's because the Advance has better buttons than the SP, so get over it. Anyway, we did it. There's a lot more Game Boys I'll be working on, but it's going to take me several weeks, so subscribe and maybe you'll see more Game Boy Advances getting fixed or something. Bye!